Yeah, I didn't notice how many misplays he had, but he knew I had that curse catcher when he apostle blessing his ink moth nexus. He probably just didn't think about it. I almost missed it myself, so good thing I didn't, because I probably would have lost that game. So Higgins, I'm assuming you bought your house in the Columbus area, since that's where you work, and I'm sure that's where your fiance works.
All right. Currently, Carter and Chucky Davis are the last ones playing. They just started Game 3. They were already far enough into it where I couldn't put them on camera.
Gotcha. Yeah, I saw what Carter was wanting for his deck, and it was like Porphyry Nodes, and is it Staticaster? I'm like, that's a nombo.
Porphyry Nodes, I know it's a white enchantment from Planar Chaos, but I'm not sure.
It's at the beginning of your upkeep. Destroy the creature with the least power, and if there's no creatures on the battlefield during your upkeep, you sacrifice Porphyry Nodes.
Okay. Is it Staticaster a 0 power?
Yeah.
Okay. So, more than likely, it's always going to die.
Yeah, I was like, well, maybe you just don't side them both in at the same time.
Carter would probably notice to not do that.
Who'd you say was Chucky? What was he playing?
He was.
Carter's playing blue, white, red control.
He's either playing Twin or Teamer Twin. He's
Some
definitely
kind of
playing
twin. Okay. So it's twin versus control.
Yes. Yeah, so we have Jeskai Control from Carter, which I couldn't get them on camera because they were already well into a game. I didn't want to interrupt their game.
How much time was left, did you see?
I didn't pay attention to... Alright, I gotta write these things down.
Lame.
There's things I need to do. Player numbers.
Yeah, somebody wanted to know how many players there were. I said 10 to 12, but there's plenty of people in there playing different stuff.
Yeah, there's 3 different tournaments going on. So everybody's playing something different. I think we have like 30 to 40 total playing. It's just they're all doing different things.
Yeah.
So we need modern totals.
What's in that door?
A furnace. That's why the door is sort of shut, because it was really, really loud.
Oh, okay. What's on that door? Toilet?
Yeah, that's a restroom.
Must be a toilet that doesn't work.
We go in there and find out. I'll go test it. Yeah, I'll be right back.
Alright.
Modern numbers. Yeah, so I'll find out those. Hopefully we can get, some sweet matches on. I think Andrew Faulkner is playing Mystical Teachings, which is...
He's not playing Tron?
I don't think so. I think he's playing Teachings deck.
What?
I know. Yeah, he played Tron.
Wow.
From...
So he's probably playing, like...
Geez, forever.
Give some burial rights?
I think so. I don't know if it's the Iona build, the Grizzlebrand build. I'm not sure what he's reanimating, but I think that's what he's on.
Hopefully it's not Iona, since I'm a mono blue deck.
What if he doesn't call blue?
Then he's an idiot.
Well, I assume he's going to call blue if he's playing against Merfolk. It just makes sense.
I just don't want to play against
there's
him.
a chance by the time he gets an Iona out that you already have a board.
That's true, yeah.
Like, he has to have a lot of interactive spells to set you back long enough.
Yeah. Or I could just have 2 dismembers in my hand.
That's also true, yeah.
Let's go.
Take 8, kill your Iona. Get it off the table. Get it off the table.
I guess somebody knows that he's playing Gifts with Iona.
Who?
I don't know.
Might be able to figure out who it is from the username.
Colleen99.
Nope. Cannot. But yeah, Chucky's playing Twin. He's fairly new to Modern. He's been testing it a ton to get practice in for the Invitational. That's what Carter's doing, actually, also. Carter would have done this with me tonight, because he really likes to talk Modern, but he had to get practice in for the Invitational. That's next week, and we have plenty of players qualified for it.
I was going to ask, how many people from hometown are qualified for it?
Next week, we might not have a stream because of how many people are qualified for it that are going.
Because I know Cody said he's in it.
All of Cody's group. So we have, like,
Cody,
5
Josh
from
Black.
that group. We have
Wow.
Carter, Chucky, I think Andy's going.
How'd they all get invites?
They all just play.
Just
and
points?
they do well. Yeah, they do well in tournaments. Hometown Hobbies is slowly dominating, the Columbus area tournaments. Any in this area, we usually put some number in the top 8.
Yeah.
Which is nice. It's always good to see. Now that we have shirts to represent us, and we didn't get shirts until this September of last year, so.
I forgot to wear mine today. Actually, it was dirty because my daughter spit up on it, so.
Unacceptable.
It's in the dirty clothes.
I guess that's a pretty good reason to not have your shirt.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this, but starting next Friday, if you wear the Hometown Hobbies t-shirt, you get to play in our FNMs for free.
What?
Free FNMs, not Only constructed FNMs. Let me reword that. No free drafts. That would just be too good. That would be all the value. I wouldn't be doing this. I'd be drafting.
That'd be epic.
But yeah, free FNMs. We're still going to put in the $10 towards prize, even if you don't pay and you use your shirt. So it's over 100% prize payout as long as you wear your shirt, which is pretty cool, I think.
And you said the next 2? Or just
No, the next FNMs until Marshall goes back in session.
Oh.
So it's like 2 months of free FNMs if you wear your hometown shirt on Fridays.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
That's a really good deal.
Yeah. Hopefully it brings people and we get a bunch of different people to play on the stream. And
hopefully that guy from Portugal gets a plane down here and buys a shirt and plays some free FNMs, you know?
Portugal guy, if you come down here, I will give you a shirt.
Shoot.
If you get the plane ticket, I'll give you a shirt.
You get a blue and a gray one.
So if you want to battle and you're in the area and you want to play for free, you gotta pick up a shirt. You get to play in these FNM for free. If you go 0-5, if it's a 5-round tournament, you still get a pack, no matter what. So
and you
get
for free.
A bunch of practice. You get to hang out, maybe be on stream. You get to talk to awesome people who are will be your friend, make you better at Magic.
It's a good time down here at Hometown Hobbies.
We try. We do try. I need to actually see my phone. I told them to text me as soon as the match was over, and I think my phone's on silent. Okay, they have not texted me yet. So, I can't imagine that game will go too long. Carter is playing Jeskai, though.
Where's Michael Stewart tonight? What's he doing?
He's watching this, actually.
Michael Stewart, why aren't you here playing, man?
He was here last week.
Oh.
He has a week on, week off.
Gotcha.
I'm pretty sure, usually. So, hopefully we get to see him next week. No, next week is the Invitational. And I know he's going to that also. Another player qualified for the Invitational. The next goal is to get us all qualified for the Pro Tour. Once we get like 10 of us going to the Pro Tour, that might make things a little ridiculous.
Does Brandon Sammons have a Pro Tour invite?
I believe so. I think he qualified for New Orleans, like in 99 through 2002, I want to say, somewhere in that range. I'm not entirely sure.
No, I meant for this year.
Oh.
For the next one.
I don't think so.
I thought somebody had one. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just thinking of Christina.
Matt had one recently. He was the recent one. He had it for Pro Tour Favor Force. I think Christina had it for Khans Tarkir. Or M15. Yeah. It was one of the two.
One of them, yeah.
We drafted M15 a bunch, so I think it was for M15.
It's pretty sweet.
Alright. Tavas to an 8.
Is he the Portugal guy?
If you say you'll be here, and you tell me who you are, you got it. I'll pay out of pocket to give you a shirt from Portugal. So, you play in our FNMs, hey, it's free. Let's see, we got a pre-PTQ Through the Breach. So Through the Breach top 4 to pre-PTQ in Morgantown. You played that deck for a little bit, right?
Through the Breach.
It was Through the Breaching in Grizzlebrands.
I was trying to put that deck together. I had like Goryo's Vengeance and stuff.
Yeah, I think it's the Goryo's Vengeance deck.
I was trying to put that deck together. I had most of it, but I just...
You never got around to finishing it?
I never got around to it.
I guess you stuck with the well-known. You played it in Legacy, so...
Yeah.
You have a little bit. The main event at Grand Prix Vegas is sealed. Yeah. So, day 1, they're going to play 9 rounds, and it's going to be all sealed with your sealed deck that you build before round 1. Day 2, if you make it to day 2, you have to have, I believe, a 6-2-1 record or better. It might be, because of how many people, it might just be 7-2 or better. It might actually be X1-1 or better with this.
It's usually 7 wins, isn't it?
I think so. I think it's 19 points.
Oh.
It might be. I'm not sure, because I haven't played in one in forever.
Yeah.
Since Cincinnati of 2014 was the last... Or no, I got played in Memphis this year. I'm crazy. Oh, I literally went to Grand Prix Memphis this year. I forgot about it.
Tournament. I don't want to talk about it. That was
Why
awful.
Not?
It was awful.
How did you do? Talk about it.
Well, I started 6-0.
All right.
And then I was in Game 3 of Round 7, and I had the win in my hand, playing Mono Black Devotion. I could have played Night Veil Spectre and then Grey Merchant and killed him, but I was worried about him attacking me on the swingback or something because I was worried about attacking him, and I just completely missed it. I played Grey Merchant, and then I played Night Veil Spectre on my second main phase, and he beat me. And then I played 2 mono blue decks and ended up 6-3.
That's rough.
Missing day 2. I haven't played some well-known pro. Who was it?
Tomohara Saito.
Yeah, Saito. I beat Saito. Yeah, that was pretty cool. He's playing blue-white control.
If you haven't ever watched Tomohara Saito shuffle, you should probably YouTube a clip of that. It's pretty impressive. He does some things with cards that, if he was a Yu-Gi-Oh player, he might win every single tournament because of how he can manipulate a deck. Like, I'm not saying he's manipulating the deck, but it looks like the way his hands move around it, it's crazy. Like, to watch it, it's a sight. It's bizarre.
Yeah, that was a fun
There's a couple people who shuffle, like Brian Kibler does it a very fast, or he does it in his hands. He does the hand shuffle really fast. I'm so good at shuffling.
Yeah.
Can't see my hands if I'm moving too fast. So we're still waiting on Carter and Chucky to finish. Who knows how long it's going to take. Also, if you're sick of me saying the word I do it a lot in real life, whether I'm on this, like, talking to you in person. I do it a lot, I'm sorry. It happens. Portugal guy wants me to send him the shirt.
Oh.
Can't do that. That was not part of the agreement.
Hometown Hobbies does not do overseas shipping.
We don't do that is in our eBay.
Yes,
it is in our eBay. We do ship to United States only. So, tell you what.
Not even Canada, eh?
Not even Canada.
Canada?
I probably shouldn't do an accent. That might be just offensive.
Sorry.
I'm just messing. Canada. Rip in pieces, Canada. Just joking. Shots fired. So, hopefully I can get Affinity on camera next round, because I think that would be fun to watch another 3-minute match.
Yeah, hopefully it's not me versus Affinity.
You versus Affinity. Yeah. In fact, Mono Red versus Affinity.
That'd be awful.
That would be. Petterit. He's from Florida, and he says, how about you send me a shirt? Sorry, if you want a free shirt, and you're from a different area, and you can prove it, stop by Hometown Hobbies.
1119 4th Avenue, Huntington, West Virginia.
Yep.
Don't know the zip code because I'm from Ohio.
25701. I know it because I live in Huntington, West Virginia. In the 25701
Doesn't Huntington have a bunch of different zip codes, though? Like 25702?
And 25705?
5, yeah.
I think 4 is somewhere else. 4 might also be here, though. That might be near Barbersville.
Who knows?
But yeah, they have a bunch of different ones. He really wants a shirt. Portugal guy. I think we're going to have to get Portugal guy a shirt somehow.
Well, he lives in Portugal, so that's not what happened.
Oh, probably not. That might be the thing that we do. That might be our giveaways or Hometown Hobby shirts. Would you guys like that? Maybe give some input, chat. I'm not sure when we'll start giving them away. That might be the next stream. But either way, what do you think is going... What archetype, assuming that you open fairly well, what archetype do you think is going to be the dominating archetype at Great Prix Vegas?
Modern Masters Sealed?
Yeah.
From what I've seen, just the 5-color basic land cycling decks.
Like Domain?
Yeah, the Domain decks.
I guess you get Fiery Fall.
Yeah,
that card is good.
Fiery Fall is really good. And then you get the green dude that's a 5/5 for 3 mana. Makata Riders or something.
Matka Riders? Riders?
Something like
Matka
that.
Riders, something like that.
But you can just play all the good cards. You can draft a Muldrifter and play Muldrifter. Like, you can take Lightning Bolt and play Lightning Bolt.
People might forget Homunculus is a 1-drop that can be huge.
Yeah.
Like, I guess he can only be 1 extra power, but if you get a bunch of them...
Right.
Like, I think George Morgan was telling me earlier that he had 5 in his online draft deck.
Wow.
He had 5 and, like, a Precursor Golem, a Lodestone Golem, a Lodestone Mirror, just the curve for blue-white. So, Affinity Aggro might be good. I'm sure that there's a... Christina had a mono green deck. She had a mono green deck with 3 Scion of the Wilds.
Oh, wow.
And it was a token deck. She was my one loss. I got a text message from Carter, so that might be it. I'm going to go over there and check. I'm going to get the next round featured, and when I come back, if you would, then you can go over. So there's somebody on the camera.
Okie
Talk
dokie.
to the chat. Give them the good ideas, yes?
Oh, yeah.
You have to teach them how to play.
Spread the seas, yes. And Nest Invader, Tybalt Town is the card you're thinking of. The other night when I drafted here, it was second pack, and my stick was a Nest Invader. That was probably a sign that green was open. And why I went 1 and 2 in the draft. No, nobody around here has vintage. We would have to do like 40 card proxy vintage for there to be a vintage tournament to fire, I think. There's one guy who has vintage cards, but he doesn't have Moxes and Lotus or anything like that. But he has most of the legacy staples. He might have a mana